Job number J-2025-2462-2. This video is being taken after attempting a reverse jetter from the manhole outside up through the building drain, past the 6-inch cleanout, floor cleanout that's by the basement stairs, and upward some 10 to 15 feet beyond the floor cleanout. We made further progress. We were originally only about 5 feet upstream of the cleanout. Now we're more like 10 to 15, and it looks like we are roughly 4 feet before we get to, this is our stop point right now, and we're roughly 4 feet before we get to the Y junction, which was our stop point upstream on our first video. So we can see the fatty white grease that has accumulated in the drain. That's what we see here as chunks of that, completely clogging the pipe, or mostly clogging the pipe. There is some flow through this mass. And as we back in, we're going to start to, we can see the dark is the wall of the cast iron pipe. So to the left and bottom of us is the dominant opening of the pipe. Right now we're on the top right quadrant, sitting on top of the grease mass. As we pull back, we're going to kind of plunk down into the water, which is there because of all of this debris, possibly other issues. We see some fibrous items also mixed in with the grease, possibly cleaning rags or wet wipes of some kind. And then we see the water, the clear water that's flowing through below the mass of grease. So right now we're in a kind of an underwater cave, passing back through the cast iron pipe, and we're looking at the entire grease mass on the top. As we work our way back, we're going to be pulling through some grease chunks that are somewhat loose and moving around in the drain, but they don't want to move their way on through. We also see some fibrous cleaning rags mixed in. Here's a nice chunk of grease that we're kind of squeezing through. Still trying to tug the camera to get through it. There it goes. So it's kind of flapping in the water. You can see it's sort of floating around. The camera's a little tough to pull, kind of tugging it little by little. There's a couple grease balls floating loosely in the pipe. We got a hose running upstream of this point to keep the water as clear as possible, so we can see what we're working with. A lot of grease particulate is floating around through this. All those white dots are chunks of grease. Debris is getting a little thicker through here. Emerging out of our area, and we can see all of the grease particles floating around in the water. Access through our floor cleanout.